What's up, guys? Today's part 2 of the interior. We painted the interior last week. We're going to try to get the dash and everything installed this week. So I'll give you a tour after we get done, and let's get you set up on the tripod and we'll get started. Okay guys, I did a little bit of work off camera. It got to be aggravating trying to get the dash in, but I did time-lapse some of it and you can see most of it. All we got left is the carpet and the seats, seat belts, and the trim pieces, and then we're gonna get started on some other things that I'll tell you about at the end of the video. So let me flip you around and show you the dash installed. All right, so taking a slow tour, this is how the Raptor Liner dash turned out with the Duplicolor paint. Still got to get my emblem put on here. But I painted all these pieces flat and the dash vents flat. Kind of set it off a little bit, give it a little bit different color. I did paint the top ring over the top of the dash. I painted it gloss just to, again, give it a little offset. There's the steering wheel. The red band still looks good. Hadn't drove it yet though. I ain't got any sweaty hands all over it. But the next thing we're going to do, to end out the video, we're going to trim this carpet and get it fitted in here so that we can get the seats in it. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys ever put carpet in, this ACC carpet, I didn't cut it at the back. It looks like you'd have a bunch at the back, but you need to start at the back and work your way to the front. And the place you're going to have to cut it is up underneath this heater box. There's going to have to be a little U-shaped cutout right here, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mark the center, make sure both my edges on each side, over there and over there, are equal. And I'm gonna trim that little dish out here, and I'm gonna leave as much carpet up under there as I can. I'm not gonna cut a lot out, even though where your ECM or your controller comes in, the wiring comes in through the firewall. I cut a bunch of my padding off here, and I'm probably gonna go back and put the kill mat up to it. And I might even paint it flat black just to give it, so you can't see it. But this carpet goes plenty far enough under there to cover all that. I just don't want to cut off no more than I have to. So I'll get you set up. We'll get this carpet put in, then we'll get the seats put in, and we will finish out this video. Okay guys, you just saw the time lapse of me putting the carpet in. I want to show you. A lot of people cut more carpet out than this, but I cut mine to fit. Let me lay this down on the floor where it'll focus and you can see. But I cut mine to fit. And this was all the carpet that I cut off. So you don't have to trim much. The biggest thing, what I did, I'm gonna have to get a light where you can see up under here. But I cut it right to the bottom of the vent. And then under here, under the heater, is where it runs into the firewall, and you'll have to trim it. And that's where that big piece came out, was right under here. So I'm gonna put my blower vent back in the floor. I'm gonna get the seats ready to go in, and then I'll show you the end result. I'm gonna go ahead and put the seats in, punch the holes in the floor for the seat bolts, get the holes punched for the seat belts, get all the trim in it, and we'll close this out. right, guys, I just wanted to stop for a second. I did a little bit of work off camera. I'm gonna show you what I did, and then the last thing we gotta do is put the seats in, and that'll about button this up. I still don't have a headliner yet, but we'll get to that. But let me show you what I did. So what I learned when I was putting boat carpet in is if you try to cut this stuff or drill it, it will fray. So what I did, you can see the holes. I took a propane torch, and I had an old screwdriver, and when I was putting the rails on my boat, what I did is I took this screwdriver and I heated the end of it. Well, then I would burn these holes in there, and that does a couple of things. It makes the carpet adhere to itself, because if you stick a drill bit through here and it catches a piece of this carpet, it's going to have a runner in it. And if you just poke a hole in it, then your bolts are not going to go through it very well. So what I did, I took this, got it hot, punched my holes, and then I bored around the edges a little bit to give me a little room, so that it would so that the holes would be clean. Well, you can't hardly see that one, but it also, again, it burns the carpet to itself, so you don't have a lot of mess unraveling, a problem with unraveling. I got the seat belt started. I got the back part in. I bought this. This was actually a rug, and I cut it to fit. I didn't have any black carpet. Lowe's used to sell this exact kind of carpet by the foot, but they quit selling it, so I found this rug and I just cut it down, and it matches pretty well. I left the dressed edge at the bottom so it'd look nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the covers on the seat belts. I'm gonna go ahead and get the seat belt brackets in. I've got to find my holes out here for the buckles. We'll put the seats in, and that'll wind up this video. Sorry for the in and out, guys. The focus is not doing very well, but I'll vacuum this thing out and get the seats in it, and we'll take a slow motion tour of the interior. Stick around. Okay guys, we are finished with most of the interior install. I've still got to build a headliner, and I may show you guys what I do there. I may try to build a fiberglass headliner and we'll look at it. But let's take a tour of the inside of the truck and see what we've done here. All right, I'll slow it down. But if you watch the dash video, you can see how this Raptor liner dash turned out, the detail. I made some new speaker vents covers. I may put them in a later episode, but for right now, this is what we got. This is how the dash turned out. I put a gloss black stripe around that just to set the interior off a little bit. I still got to torque my steering wheel. I left this piece of tape because it's got the lock key that goes in here. I need to torque that, but everything else is, get this thing to focus for you. I still got a few things to put underneath. I got to put the covers underneath, but the carpet and all the kick panels, you can see they're black. Let me show you up under here how the carpet turned out if I can get it to focus. I went all the way up as far as I could, and then of course if you want to see a sneak peek inside here, I got my emblem put back on. The seats, I think the seats turned out really well, as well as the seat belts. If you watch the seat belt episode, I still got to put my covers on here. I've got the plastic covers going here, but there's the black panels, the seats. Let me back out just a little bit. And let's take a look. See how the interior finished out. I think it looks really good. Painted all those bezels. Got everything painted. Proudest thing for me is this dash, man. That really turned out, I think it turned out really well. So there's the seats. These are the Jag seat belts. The link is in the description on the seat belt episode. Go back and watch those. I did Raptor line this head, this thing that holds the carpet behind the seat. You guys have seen most of this. I got to come up with a headliner, so that'll be coming up in the next few episodes. You guys have seen the door panels, but the next thing we're going to do, as you can see, this weather stripping is horrible. So I'm going to take this out and put it in, and I'll make a video on that, as well as I've got the EnduraPin bushings to go in the hinges. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I bought all this stuff. I'll show you the pins. We'll walk over here and look at them. That'll be coming up in the next few episodes, probably 2 episodes. As you can see, I got these from EnduraPin. They got their card, and I'll put the link to these parts in the description. Here's all, we've seen this box before. This is the weather stripping, so we're going to get that installed in the next video. And with all that, I'm going to cut it off right here, guys, and we'll end this video. Again, if you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up, like the videos, comment, subscribe. That subscription button, that doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that thing. Just go ahead and do it now before the video ends. If not, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, and we'll see you later.